Welcome to the Antisocial Podcast. I'm Gio.
I'm Robert.
And today we're going to be talking about social power. Or
social influence.
Influence. Sorry.
Yeah.
Influence.
Yeah.
Today, how do you say it's pretty sad.
Tragic story.
It's tragic.
It is very tragic, though. You know. Well, we're recording on September 7th. So this is Friday. And I know most of the people that are into like pop culture and stuff are really they're in the now. What's going on? Recently, a very famous rapper by Mac Miller passed away today at age 26. You want to say anything?
Mac Miller was popping back in 2011.
The first album.
First album was 2010. Wait, no, 2011 and 2012.
Yeah.
He passed away over an overdose.
Apparent overdose. Well, the whole story hasn't been put out yet.
So
they just acknowledged that he passed away today.
But tragic for the people who looked up to him. I know we had already had a tragedy over X for the people who looked up to him. That's
X.
Another
Chester
star.
From Linkin Park.
A lot of people.
A lot of like big people are passing away. Well,
it's hard to comment because these are the people that we also enjoy.
Right, for sure. I mean, I wasn't like a huge Mac Miller fan, but I did listen to some of his stuff. It was
he was a good artist.
Very good artist. So since we're talking about influence today, we knew, as passing away, Mac Miller had a big influence. Especially when he was an independent rapper and before he got signed. To you, like, what was his? To you, what was the influence?
To me, his influence was like a big happy person. Like, I don't know, every time I see Mac Miller, it was like he was always high and like making fun of with his silly jokes with his friends, always with his friends. But at some point he was serious. His music, I really enjoyed his music in 2012. I was really into Mac, but I dropped off after his TV series off of MTV, and his album that dropped this year, I had picked up back on him.
Last month. I was about to listen to it too. But I know where his influence was. Like in certain interviews, he will say like, it wasn't about me being an independent rapper coming up, the hustle and blah. That's what he said. It's more of like reaching people and like making things apparent. Like there's problems that you must have overcome. So that's where and a lot of people did listen, but he did make apparent that his struggle was drugs, and his struggle was opioids and all that. So he did make that apparent. It's crazy. Like they told me this morning with my friend Marco told me this morning. I was like, you really? I mean,
I didn't even see it coming. Like I thought he was just on like I just thought he was just smoking weed, chilling. But
I mean, that shows you like you really don't know what
people go through, the inside of them. But R.I.P.
Mac Miller,
to a great artist.
Very so. I think he's one of the most influential for the 2010s for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up there with like J. Cole and Kendrick, and
no doubt, like
in terms of influence.
The dude had his own way of like interpreting his life, and I think a lot of people looked at that in a way.
For sure.
But moving on to another note, Nike has signed Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick. I'm sorry, I can't say his name. I was saying his name wrong my whole entire life, I guess.
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick to Nike.
They put that ad out.
They put the ad out.
And all that.
A lot of memes.
A lot of the memes were juicy. Of course, you can't disagree with the meme economy.
The meme
economy.
I tell you that.
It was
Memes.
Good. It was good.
Top notch.
But a lot of controversial around this for sure.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't feel like it's. I think it's kind of dumb.
I don't think it's a big deal, but
people making it bigger than it should be.
Like I dropped it a long time ago.
To me personally, if you're gonna buy Nike and burn it, you wasting your money.
Yeah, it's like I want to do that. Like I have Nike stuff. I want to just go burn it.
Yeah, it's a waste of
a lot of money. A lot of money. I'm a Adidas guy, so I really don't care. But to some people, like Marcus gonna drop, Nike's business is going out. No one's gonna like Nike.
The boycott Nike.
Boycott Nike.
And it's been up.
It's been up the whole time.
It's been up like 30 cents, 40 cents.
But honestly, I really don't care. It happened a year ago, 2 years ago.
Right.
It's old news.
But it's not necessarily old news. But the reason why we're talking about this, it goes
like him doing it. It's old news, but doing it for those who lost their lives, I guess in that sense is what he's doing it for.
The shootings, the shootings.
Okay, that's why I thought it was for the dude who, the put your hands up. I don't know.
It was just more for black people getting shot.
Like the Black Lives Matter movement. All lives matter. Anyways.
All lives matter. It's for the police shootings.
Okay.
And that's mostly the figurehead behind that. But we don't really want to go into like that piece of it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the influence
that he had for it. I think he has.
Like in terms of influence on that, just him kneeling. It blew up. As an NFL player, you got certain roles and you got, it's mostly about the game.
NFL is like American football game, and for him to do it on the American football game to the American flag, I see where it's big. I see where we all see where it's big.
Of course, it's big.
Why he did it? The shootings. It was controversial. I see that now. It has the word out, and now
it's more making a statement, But he knew that it's gonna he won't have a career in football after that. Like he knew for sure. He knew that. Like, he knew he was not gonna get signed after that, or like once they left him on free agent, they were not gonna pick him up, or.
I understand. Yeah, I get it. But
because what was football? They wanted just to be about the game. That's all you need, about the game. We just want you to play football here.
Yeah. That's actually all I want to see is football.
But
I don't want to see nothing else.
And in a sense, yeah. But as in terms of
I don't want to watch swimming while I'm watching football. It's like I'm on the NFL.
I watch swimming and football at the same
time. Switching back and forth. No, but you be like I don't want to be on the NFL channel waiting for the game to play, and then on the sideline, they're swimmers. Yeah, how does that work?
That would be entertaining as hell.
I was like, I'm just trying to wrap it around. Why'd I ask swimmers to be in it? I don't know, but I don't see the point. I see the point why. I see that point of perspective why he did it. But in my head, when I said the swimmers, I was like, I don't see the point of what I just said. But anyway, that was to the point where I'm going.
He had that platform of influence, to where he'd be able to make that statement.
Okay. No, I get it.
And
NFL, he made the statement. Okay, cool.
Full stadium. That's where basically where it falls into, that power influence that he used for his purpose. And necessarily it's not going to be, everybody has different sets of opinions and how you look at it. But like I said, in terms of his influence. He knew it was. I can't say it was like the best way to do it, because you don't know all the options around it. But I mean, he did make a statement in a way that it will reach people's ears.
I get it.
And that's why that idea, I don't feel like white people should be, I'm trying to explain it, like
discrediting him for it.
Well, not discrediting, because anything you do, people are going to discredit you.
Yeah, but
I don't think it should have been like as severe as it is, even after 2-3 years of it happening.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Like them signing to Nike,
like
him signing Nike, and then everybody's like, "Why are you signing this trader?" Or
like whatever. That. Like I don't think it should.
To me,
like
I disagreed on what not why he kneeled, but like him kneeling. Like if there was, I can't say that there was another way because I wouldn't think of another way. But I also agree with it's past. It's like old news. Like get over it. That's where like I don't care. Like
even the president's tweeting about this, dude.
I honestly don't even care. Like it happened. Let it. It happened. It happened.
Regardless, he's gonna have his followers.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna have people that disagree with him.
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes.
But what we're trying to say is his influence on it was a really big influence. Really big influence. And I don't agree with it. Like I don't agree with the doing on the flag, but like I also agree on, but I do agree on like what was he doing it for?
Right.
If in that kind of.
But I think that influence. He had that influence. He was in the right spot,
and he did it.
He was a well-known QB. I think he was a first round overdraft.
He was
pick.
40. Was he in 40?
First round pick?
He was playing 49ers.
Was the 49ers first round draft pick as a rookie. Did good his first year, and then it kind of progressively dropped off. But and in terms of like influence, he already had that influence way before he even did that.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like he used his power and influence for his, for his
type of situation,
his idea, for
his situation at the point. Yeah,
right.
I get it. Moving on, if you don't mind. I think you should take this one.
I don't know. This one makes me laugh.
You should take this one.
I know this is the other big news that's been like everywhere. Well, in terms of YouTube and stuff, like it's been around YouTube a lot.
A lot.
I know H3H3 did their podcast, and I like this story because like with H3H3 did we're talking about Alex Jones. Alex Jones on
if you don't know who Alex Jones,
Infowars,
look him up.
Infowars, Alex Jones, very controversial person.
Controversial as F.
Like there's stuff that you were just like, oh, why? Like his antics were like all over the place. Like that's what media makes it feel like, or like a lot of people will say. Cause like I never really went into like Infowars or Alex Jones himself. I really can't say. Like just from watching the stuff, I mean, I can't go back and watch it anymore.
Yeah,
most of
you can't go back. Yeah,
you can't watch it.
It's all deleted. I think there's still like little pieces of what he said.
But I don't remember on the H3H3 podcast, like they did like a little segment of Alex Jones, and then they shut down the whole stream. Like you can't talk about him. Like really? I mean, like it wasn't.
Alex Jones is controversial in his name. It's when he was doing what were we gonna talk about, the video that.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about. In terms of like, I mean, he has influence
a lot.
In terms of YouTube, he has YouTube influence.
A lot of it.
But and in terms of we're looking at it in a way of a way not to use influence. I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
a way,
he's
an avenue not to use influence.
He's doing it to like push people down.
The video we're talking about is the Marco Rubio, that incident
when he started calling him names and
like that
situations
a week ago. Was it a week ago? About a week ago.
I don't know. A quality memes. But yeah, it happened. I think it did happen a couple days ago. I'm not sure. but it was like he just got mad. He started bugging at the smallest things. I think he has an anger problem. Do I believe that he should be deleted from all platforms? No. Everybody deserves to speak. Freedom of speech.
No, but that's one of his arguments. Like, you know, it's social media.
Yeah.
Or like these big corporations are restricting his freedom of speech. You know?
Yeah.
Some people agree with him. Me personally, I can't make a full opinion about it. Because I really didn't dig deep into.
Yeah, I wasn't really into Alex Jones until like I mean I know who the Infowars. Yeah. I watched a lot of the Change My Mind, or like change my what I'm thinking. Like change.
Yeah, Change My Mind.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but
good person, good quality.
I forget his name.
He's a good person. I can't remember his name either. But I think Alex Jones should not be stripped of any content that he wants to put out. He's a person of interest that people want to watch, and if people want to watch, you can't stop them from watching him. So what's the point of like taking him off any?
Well, most of them say that he code of conduct, like you know the TSO, like terms of service.
No hateful speech.
I mean, I know Apple. It was Apple, Facebook. What's the other one?
Twitch, YouTube.
Was it Twitch?
Twitch. Was he on Twitch?
I'm not sure. You
could pull it up.
Apple, Facebook, YouTube, and most recently Twitter.
24-hour that violated its policy, which prohibits direct threats of violence in some forms of hate speech, but allowed deception or.
This one was over the video he did with the CNN reporter where he sticks the camera right in his face.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see why they would do that. But like, why? Like,
yeah, I think those are
ban. Like
those are good bans, but I don't think
as a term abusive behavior.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to talk about Alex Jones because Alex Jones, his own name is hard to talk about. He's a man. He's a how do you say? Not a lunatic. He believes in what he
has strong opinions.
Yeah, he has very strong opinions. He's a man of what he believes in. And you gotta respect the man for it though. Like some people don't back up what they're trying to say. But in other words, he kind of takes it overboard.
Overboard.
Yeah, doesn't give the other people ideas.
But this goes into like the topic for today's influence. In terms of influence, yeah. I wouldn't say this is like a bad way of putting influence.
It's just not the right way. It's not always the right way. It's
it's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah,
the
whole thing we're trying to talk about today is the way you want to pursue influence is to help others. It's not always about you and how you're making money or what you're getting back from it. How do you say? You never want to put someone else down. I mean, it's freedom of speech. You can do whatever you want. Don't take, like, we don't rule you. You do whatever you want. But always take, how do you say, precautions of what you do, because it comes back and bites you in the butt.
Right.
But influence, Mac Miller, he was such a great dude, but the influence that influenced him got him to the point where he's at.
Right.
And then people that looked up to him are now either crying, sad. We're sad.
Sure. That goes like,
yeah. It's just Colin Kaepernick, Black Lives Matter. If he did it for All Lives Matter, I think it would have been a little bit better for him, like in some type of way. I feel like it would, like if he said All Lives Matter.
But he has his purpose.
But yeah, for his purpose.
That's his
purpose.
purpose.
For his purpose. How do you say? It's the influence that you want to take, whether it's for yourself or for others. Alex Jones takes it, but he takes it to an extreme
Very
he does it
extreme.
He doesn't always do it for himself, but he does it for the views, the money.
That's what it
he
seems
wants
like.
to expose. It
That's what
seems like that. It's not.
seems
Well,
like
I'm
that.
not saying that he does it to do it. It seems that way.
It does seem
To
very much like that.
To expose. He wants to get the conspiracies to be true. I feel like in that way that he's wanting to focus it on. But
I like how Michael Rubio was like, "Do you know this guy?"
he was like, "Who's this dude?
Who's this guy?"
Who's this dude?" He's like, "I'm here to do my business, dude." And Jones is just screaming at him. But basically, it's just, if you're gonna have influence, make sure you give it to the right people who deserve it. The right people that, in my beliefs, I think you should do that. Influence comes with really great power, really great power, and it sometimes gets to your head.
I think there's like a certain way to portray.
Yeah.
You know,
If
your
people look
influence.
if people look up to you, they look up to you for a reason. Don't ever change. You do it, they stop looking up to you.
Disagree with people are gonna change no matter what.
Disagree, agree.
My problem with that is like people are gonna bring up stuff that you did like 8 years ago.
Yeah. It's like, oh, dude, remember that time you, yeah, remember the time. Why are you bringing up old stuff?
People change, man. People change.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. But
we'll see what's going on during the next week. I know these videos aren't the type of videos that you were used to. We're really trying to figure out our,
yeah, right now we're trying
content.
to figure out everything at the moment.
We're
going to try to get back into the interviews.
Yeah.
For sure. We just haven't been able to find people at the moment.
School, work, it's really getting our butts kicked. We're still trying to figure out those tiny little pins and needles, you can say. So if you please give us time to at least find interviews, get better content, better quality, I think you would pretty much enjoy what's coming in the near future. But in all, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. We love you. Love you.